Boats, boats, boats! Brisbane Yamaha knows boats.
Hi, I'm Aaron, the owner of Brisbane Yamaha. And I was thinking just yesterday, my wife said, hey, what are we doing for Christmas? She said, why don't you bring home a little boat and we'll go up Bribey Passage? It made me think, 420 Busta. Now, nearly everyone who goes fishing over their life will end up in a 420. The 420s are one of the most popular practical boats you can ever own. And the Busta, which has been out for probably 15 years, I reckon, it seems to have gone quick, but this is the new generation. Now, Dan, have a look at this. 3mm hull, 3mm size. They're pretty much the same as the 420 Renegade. Now, if you want to look at a legendary boat, the 420 Renegade is one of the best boats you could ever own. And this Busta has the same hull. Have a look at that hull down here, Dan. Right, it's the blade hull. Look at it. See that round, how it's made to Quintrex. The whole reason why Quintrex are so famous and 1 in 4 boats. It's narrow entry, so it slices in, squirts out the water, and it creates confused water on the side, and the boat rides on that. And that's why Quintrex are so dry, so soft, and famous. Look at this beautiful welding. You know, this stuff doesn't just happen. People do it. Now, 420. All 420s aren't built the same. Because I'll tell you one, this boat, if you measure it from the bow, and there's no big bow sprit sticking out to the back, it's 440. And come over here, Dan, because if you've got 440, a 420, I bet that it's not 2 meters 10 wide. And even internally, it's 2 meters. That's massive. And then between the Swartz seats, because that's the big difference, it's 1500. Now, have a look over the top here, Dan. Have a look what we do here. It's got the Quintrex trailer, alloy trailer, they're awesome, $749. So basically, if it's a car and it's got a tow ball on it, it's going to tow this package. Now, it's got the accessories kit, well, we probably put it on, nav lights, white light, bilge pump, nice rails at the side you can tie off, rotary moulded anchor well there, good solid cleat, storage and casting deck at the front. You over there, Dan? Where are you, Dan? I've lost you. Good storage for all your tackle, safety gear, lunch, esky, a couple of Chardonnays. Look here what we do here, Dan. What we do at Brisbane Yamaha, and when you have a look how we wire it, and I reckon we're the best. No one's proved we're not the best. Lots of people have commented. See, we put a waterproof switch panel into the seat. That way, when you get spray, when stuff's happening, you're not losing. All the wiring's put into these split looms. Do you see that, Dan? Can they see it here? All neat and tidy. It takes way longer, but it lasts and it's good. Up the back, your white light. You got a battery in a box. Your bilge pump. Battery isolation switch there. Fuel tank, you know, and this has got a 44 stroke power trim and tilt with Yamaha's legendary, just the best tiller handle you could ever have. Everyone's tried to copy it. It is the gold standard. Forward and reverse, power up and down, just. Now, when I say power up and down, what we've got, here's how the trim tilt, and over here's idle up and down. So if you're out, if you're in Victoria, you're going for trout, boom, boom, boom. Up around here for all you flathead fishermen and you want to be near on walking speed, you just pop this button and down comes the idle. Absolute game changer from what they were. Now, if you have a look at that back, you've got a nice little duck board here, boarding. You can put a ladder on if you want, but they're quite low, you don't need one. Trailer. Well, they're not really a drive-on trailer, but what we're going to do, when I start the water test, I'll show you, and I'm just going to launch it like I would if I was by myself and just hop in with Dan, because Dan doesn't like getting wet. Nice rail on the side that you hold. We can put seat covers, you can get seats to put on it, we can put a bench seat. I like them a bit like this. If I was using this boat, a brim, whitehead, flatting, I'd go out into the cockle banks, Maybe I stand up the front and cast all around these mangroves. Maybe you go out prawning, crabbing. As a family boat, I tell you, there's not much better this boat can do. You know, it's rated to a 50. That's because it was a 420 Renegade. And you've got 4 people in it. You know, you and a couple of kids. And 4 is probably enough in a boat like this. Otherwise, it's like a council bus, isn't it? Now, what we're going to do, we're going to put the drone up. Dad's going to be in the boat. And then I'm going to launch it single-handed, like I was with myself, just to show how easy these little 420s are. Bring it down to the water. Then I undo and make sure that the shackle's loose, right? And I'll probably do that in the car park. I've unhooked it. I've put everything in the boat, just between Dan's not here. I've taken off the thing. Make sure, check the bung. Now, if you ever put it in with the bung, just take off, drive it, let the water come out, then come in. Don't just freak out and let the boat. Now, your 4-wheel drive. Imagine I'm going to reverse it in. Open up the back window. Sometimes I drop the back seat. That way you can see a low trailer. So what I'll do is I'll just back the trailer in. Just pretend I'm backing it. Andrew's doing it. We've got mate next door. He's got an awesome looking Haynes. Come back, Andrew. And what you do, you put the boat in until it's almost going to float. Right, this isn't a drive-on trailer. I would drive it on, but let's just show you what we'd do if you're single-handed. And the wind's blowing from the way the drone, so I'd be on the other side. That'll do ya. So I don't normally put the wheels in the salt water, mainly because this is Chris's, the service manager's car. Well, it's mine, it's his company car, but he doesn't like getting rusty brakes. And a little boat like this, I can just manhandle. So I take off the trailer winch, take note of how far you put the boat in, and sometimes I would tie a rope if it was a bigger boat, but it's not. And I can simply bring the boat down, there's no great effort, and across. Because what you've got to do, if you go out fishing on a weekend, when it's busy, we normally all go out at the same time, you can't be just hogging the boat ramp. So that boat's over. We're lucky here at Ullman Road in that we've got an awesome boat ramp now. It used to be the worst in Australia, but now, because we're in a marginal electorate, the state government spent a fortune. Now it's one of the best boat ramps. Now, then I'd just put this over on a pontoon, or I'd put it onto some stone, you know, the beach, wherever you are. Drive the car out. Okay, Andrew, drive the car. So imagine I've got this on the pontoon. We've got a couple of mates here, they're all going out fishing. I'd have my motor down and I would give it a bloody big push. Start the motor, put it in gear. And drive out. You can do it on the side, it's easier. Normally you haven't got that huge wind. Now, like I said, you got the trim. You trim him down, Dan's holding on. I got my hand on the rail, motor's there. We'll see how that drone goes. 420 with a 40. Up on the plane, straight away. I got that handle, little bit of trim. It's manoeuvrable, it's nimble. I'll slow down. One of the features on a 40, we have a little friction plate. Now what the friction plate is, just makes it so it's tighter, so your steering's not everywhere. And it just holds it. So we're looking around. Once again, it's down. Watch this again, just see how it takes off. Ready, set, go. And I'm on the plane. And I'm hooting around. Trim it up a little bit. And look at it go. Slices, that water's coming down the back. I'd probably trim it up a little bit more just to get that water off behind me so there's no chance of me getting wet. You got a little boat over here. I come in, maybe we're going to troll. Mate, I got some rod holders here. There's a bit of a bank there. I'm going to trawl up the side for some flathead. I got it in trawl function. Down, down, down. 50 revs at a time. Listen, look at it. I wish you could hear it. I'll try and sound you. Take it right down. It's hardly even moving. That's that trawl function. And if I put the gear, I've got full revs again. Oh, we could be trawling along. Maybe I'm going for Spanish Max. So I just lift the trawl. Up it goes as I toggle it up. And we're trawling into it. You should call the team at Brisbane Yamaha. We got the full range of Quintrex. Whether you want a beauty like this 420 Busta, whether you want a yellowfin, or any of the Quintrex range, Tridents, we've got the whole range in stock. We've got a lot of boats ready for Christmas. If you want to put some fun in your family, I suggest you give us a call, 3888 1727. You'll be Father of the Year if you do, and I'll see you on the water.